My eye, of course, was drawn to the rakish angle of Bernard's pork pie hat. "Have you seen the Sentinel, young Mara? Hanged. Arthur Wallace to be hanged. Could you paint that for me, Frankie? It could be hung in my hallway." The smell of coffee and horse shit is surprisingly aromatic as I cross to Miss Hayes's. "You could paint the clowns, Frankie. The circus is in town. Or that wild Betty next door riding the wall of death on the back of a motorcycle." Out the window passing by, in a corner of my eye, a swirl of Prussian green, a glimpse of auburn hair. Across the street, Mrs. Nolan flounces out the door of Brennan's Butchers, pig-eyed with annoyance at the cost of kidneys for Eamon's tea, while Randall runs the pitch and toss boys from Gurley's Lane. Near Brown Street, I meet Leo Lambert, charming young ladies as he doffs his wig and bends low in laughter at their shocked expressions. "He arrived this morning, Frankie, straight from the Battle of the Boyne. King William of Orange. He's inside now with his boots in the butter, tormenting John Joe about the Blues being bet last Sunday." "Who's that gorgeous redhead, Leo? I'd love to paint her fiery hair as she brushes rippled sunlight in a gondola on the river." "Oh, she's a young one from the convent in the Mercy Nun's safe arms, and she doesn't like gondolas or slippery painters' charms." "Come over to John Meehan's, Frankie. We'll pot the black for sure. Greenie Nolan holds the table and can't be beaten with his brother's new two-piece cue." "No, I'll go to Dunkirk to talk to McLean. He'll know how to mix that colour. I'll go while she's bright inside my head, and he can see what I mean." Later, much later, the street is salty and still. Spills of evening light come singing from Collection. Chocolate-robed Father Christopher sits on the old tech steps, one toenail painted tomato red from Umberto's pepperoni pizza. While we sit, priest and painter, and talk of pizza and prayer, candlelight begins to flicker and glow in Charlie Lewis's window. Purple piano notes seem to float across the street, and Chesty's voice singing love's old sweet song. We close our eyes entranced, but when I look again, nothing remains, only rubble and dust. Yet still, lingering on the air, a faint scent of vanilla ice cream and the unmistakable whiff of Mick McQuaid pipe tobacco.